Hi, I'm Dusty, and welcome back to my lab. Tonight I have to share with you my first physical creation on this channel, and that is my PowerBand. And what it is it is a neckband that has a few fancy features, and the first feature that it has is an earbud charging ability. So basically what I did was the origination of this idea was I got frustrated with having to, charge my earbuds or not having a place to put down my earbuds when I was wearing them, and I just ripped the pod apart and took the circuitry out and incorporated it into this 3D printed design that I made. And, I've had the neck bands with the retractable earbuds. Those are really nice, but they're not waterproof. And also the waterproof ones, but then the earbuds dangle. And, we'll get into that a little bit. I have a lot of information to share with you. I'm going to try to condense it as much as possible. But anyway, so it does that. It charges my earbuds. So what else does it do? And keep in mind that all of these devices are all hooked into a universal battery pack that are actually charged by this next piece, which is this microcontroller and this side of it. And the microcontroller that I used is the Feather S2, the Espressif 32 S2. And what else is on it and what it's connected to is this screen. And I'm going to include some more pictures that can give you a clearer picture, an idea of what's going on. But it displays right now the voltage and the temperature and humidity. And the way that it does that is through a STEMMA module. And STEMMA is S-T-M-M-A, all capitals. It's an acronym. I can't remember exactly what it stands for. But it's done by Adafruit. And essentially what it allows is it allows daisy chainable modules. And if you don't know what that means, basically it's a series module. So you have one wire and one port, and it goes into one module and then out of the same module into the next module. And in theory you can continue to do this, up to certain limitations based on, the circuitry and the electronics. But the really cool thing about that is that here on this side you can see this green light coming out, and that's the port where I could, theoretically connect more sensors, basically, and anyway, what else does it do? So what else it does is it has a laser pointer, and I think that you can, you let your mind wander and figure out, a bunch of different things that could be useful for. It could be useful just for pointing things out in, in construction sites or, places where it's hard to reach. But one other thing, and just in passing, I think that these headsets specifically could have a lot of potential for people with autism or different mental challenges. Just like the active noise canceling earbuds and the laser pointer. You could basically close out auditory stimulus, and then people who have trouble pointing things out could maybe use this device to I've heard that, like, if there's a medium, sometimes it's easier, right? So anyway, to not diverge too far, has the laser pointer, but it also has a blacklight. And I'm not sure exactly what this is useful for just yet, but anyway, the more useful thing is this light, like light. And I've already used this, as a technician, basically working on HVAC equipment, and also, ironically, somewhat working on the version 2 of this. And this one has some flaws, especially ergonomically. It's pretty brutal. I cut down this part here because you can see these are what I'm calling the bone spurs, and they really hurt. But anyway, I'm going to have a lot more spacious room in here, and hopefully I'll be able to actually incorporate the next part of it in the next one, which is going to be, these additional power outputs, which I'm hoping are going to be useful for, like, testing relays and just like lights and just stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to be have enough supply on my neck to power anything for any extended period of time that isn't a light or something basic like that. For the next version, I do have this more fancy, longer distance outdoor green laser that I pulled apart, and that's going to go in the next one, so that should be pretty fun. But anyway, where else could this go? And I'm just kind of drop an idea bomb here. I want all of this to be public. I want all of these ideas, to just be in public domain, and I want to open source them. And I'm really hoping that, this sitting on my neck is going to be enough prior art that, I'm going to be able to at least have my shot in making this stuff. For people, if they think that it's going to be useful or helpful for them. I see a lot of utility in it, and like, I would like to make these for people, on a commission basis if they want them, I have my own business, and like that's been a major driving factor for this, you know, trying to figure out what I can sell and like what people actually want to buy. And like I think that people could want to buy some variation of this. You know, this is there are similar things. You know, there is actually a light that's a neckband. So like, you know, they incorporate aspects in different specific products, but like to have it all together, you know, and that might be a problem as far as like patenting, and that kind of like segues into the, you know, some of the other issues with this. But anyway, you know, these are really cool glasses. These are photochromic, so these are transition lenses. And, you know, and here they're safety glasses, but you go outside and they're safety sunglasses. And that's pretty neat, but what if you could control it yourself, right? And so, like, they're coming out with these new electrochromic glasses. They've had electrochromic, like, bathroom stalls and things like that, and bathroom walls and whatnot. But, you know, now they're starting to incorporate it into sunglasses, and wouldn't it be nice if you could control, you know, like, everyone's eyes are a little bit more or less sensitive, like, how dark it is at what different, you know, light amounts. And, anyway, you know, then your mind can travel to like augmented reality type stuff. And really what all this is, and what I see, you know, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to augment our reality and augment our ability as human beings, you know, like to give us new powers. And that's like kind of the double meaning in my name, you know, of the PowerBand, you know. Like, it not only does it have power in it, you know, it like supplies it to these different doodads, but beyond that, it literally gives you new abilities, like new sense abilities. Like you can see in the dark, and you can point at things that are far away very precisely, and you know you can precisely know the temperature and humidity, and log it, you know, or, you know, these different things. And like, you know, beyond that, like if you hook a light bar on this on the back, like something else that I thought of, you could signal to different people like different things, and like have a different pattern, you know, at festivals, so you could identify who's who. There are a lot of potentials, you know, with this, and I just want my shot. You know, I want my shot to be able to make this stuff, and, you know, to just better the world with it. And that's really all, guys. And thank you. And I'd really like your feedback. And if you think that it was interesting, if you think that it's something that you would want, you know, like and share it. And if you could give me some advice on like what I should do next, like should it be Kickstarter? What should it be? You know, whatever it is, I'll try my best to do it, because I just want to make the world a little bit of a better place with the skills and the tech that I've mastered and that I have. Also, just before I go, I had one other major idea that I think is really important. You know, beyond just being able to test relays and whatnot, you can obviously, because there's a microcontroller, if you had relays, you could control just about anything, whether it's a robot or you know, an air handler, whatever you want. But beyond that, what else needs to really be on it is a multimeter, because basically, you know, as far as like sense, you know, if we want to talk about having more senses, you know, having more powers, like the ability to know what electricity is where is a whole new sense, you know. And if you could put that on the neckband, if you could put that on the PowerBand and have a multimeter, then it just increases accessibility to people, you know. And that's the key. People need to feel like this stuff is accessible and fun and interesting, and that's what I want to try to cultivate and develop in people. And, you know, it's what helped me. So, anyway, thanks, guys. Bye.